What's up, Revo fans? I've had the all-new RockShox Boxxer Ultimate on the front of my V10 test bike for some time now. And there's a fair bit to unwrap with the newest version of the Boxxer. Most notably is the updated chassis. So they've upped the ante to a 38mm stanchion. And through doing that, they've obviously redesigned the fork lowers as well as the crowns to accommodate for the bigger stanchion. So it's quite a bit going on there. Go to a fully machined crown. So all the tolerances are much tighter than the previous versions. Fitment's much better, all that type of thing. Obviously, we've gone to larger diameter bushings as well to suit. And a little bit on that, RockShox have actually got some extra lubrication ports in the lowers down where the bushings sit, helping that oil flow through the lowers of the fork, keeping them extra supple. Updated Charger 3 RC2 dampener. So we've got adjustable low speed and high speed compression up on the top of the fork there. Obviously we've got adjustable rebound down the bottom. Down the bottom there we've also got the buttercups. Everybody knows and loves them. They make a huge difference. For such a small little component, they make a massive difference out on the trail, just taking away all that little vibration before the fork even begins to compress. Moving over to the Debonair Plus air side of the fork. So RockShox have done a huge job redesigning the Debonair Plus air cartridge for this fork. Basically, they're calling it a twin tube design. So instead of the piston being inside the actual stanchion, there's a complete separate tube down in there. So it's a slightly smaller design, which you might think is counterintuitive, but it gives them much greater control over the tolerances of the piston and the internal bore of that tube, as well as separating it. They've had a different size piston. They've enlarged the shaft diameter. It's now hollow as well, so actually saving a little bit of weight there, as well as fine tuning the negative spacing. Obviously we can still put our beloved tokens in there to adjust the compression on the fork. Obviously it's air, we love it. RockShox have also included some cool little lines for us to really fine tune our heights of the forks. I've got the drop crown on there, raise the handlebars up a little bit. And out on the trail, the 38mm chassis is very noticeable. It doesn't feel too stiff. That's sort of been a little bit of a gripe of mine of the 40. It's nearly too stiff, which was the fork that was spec'd on this bike. I used to be a massive fan of the RockShox Boxxer for this reason over its competitor. And yeah, so first ride impressions, I spent a bit of time on this fork now, absolutely loving it. It's no secret that we're RockShox fans here, but it's always good to directly compare, you know, all the competitors against each other. And yeah, RockShox have done an amazing job on the new RockShox Boxxer Ultimate.